Guys, Ogs here from the US. I'm trying to make this video because there are a lot of confusion when it comes to the comparison between Pep Guardiola and Maurizio Sarri. Everybody tend to know too much about them, compare them, but I am just giving my opinion on them, and it's up to everybody to make their opinions. I am not completely right and I am also not completely wrong. So this is my analysis, and I hope it can help somebody to just understand the basics and try to make his own judgment, because for me they are like day and night. So let's go and see. Manager vs coach, huge difference. One just coaches, another one manage the whole situation. Let's see how it works. Pep Guardiola was hired as the manager of Man City. He makes decision. He has the last word on who's coming and who's going. Whereas Maurizio Sarri was hired as the head coach. He has no control when it comes to transfer windows. He can of course give some input on it, but the last decision will be taken by the board, who will decide who is coming and who is going. And he pretty much knew about it when he signed for Chelsea, and he shouldn't be complaining about not having the player he wants to fit his system. So Pep Guardiola make the right decision, and Maurizio Sarri just accept to work with what he got in hand. Squad and team selection. Let's see. There is a big difference between the squad and team selection. The squad is usually a group of 23 to 25, depending on the coach, players that the coach or the manager chooses the beginning of the season, that he will work with them for the rest of the season. Whereas the team is just the 11 starting players on the match day, plus the 3 other reserve that will be on the bench just in case the coach or the manager wanna make some changes in order to win the game of football. So before Pep Guardiola came to Man City, the squad already was prepared for years. They were buying good players to fit the system of Pep Guardiola. But for Maurizio Sarri, fair play to him, he came very late, only 2 weeks to go, and he didn't have time to choose for his squad. System and tactics. Yeah! Systems are pretty much the basics, the base of a football game. It's the way the team was set up. It's 4-3-3, 4-4-2, whatever you name it. Two in front, 1 in front, 2 midfielder, 3 midfielder, 3 defender, 4 defender, whatever you want. In shortcut, that is the system and the base of a football game. So when talking about tactics are the touch of the coach, that's how I say it. You use the base of football the system and you add your own personal touch on the system to give it more efficiency to try to win a game of football. When it comes to Pep Guardiola, he will use 4-3-3, and Sarri also will use 4-3-3. The difference is the goal of 4-3-3 are different from Sarri. Pep Guardiola is the king of making tactical changes. He will change anything and everything to try to trick the opponent and win the game of football. When it comes to Sarri, he always used the same system, the same tactics, the same changes, the same minute, the same personnel. He doesn't just change anything and he doesn't care about anything. And that is a big downfall for Sarri, whereas Pep Guardiola will sometimes fail, but at least he will try anything in his power to win a game of football. The subs, let go. Substitutions are very important in a game of football. For different reasons, manager and coaches will try to make some substitution to help the team cope with the situation. Let's see how Sarri and Pep, when it comes to substitution, Mr. Guardiola is the master as usual. He makes the substitution that really will help the team and take the team to the next level. And also he has the greatest bench ever, so he can afford how to make his substitutions. But when it comes to Sarri's substitutions are really weird. Everybody knows what he's gonna do. He's gonna make a change like to like. He's gonna just change the same exact minute every single game, and that is just making everything difficult, and he ended up by not even winning the game. Team rotation. The team rotation is very important for a football team because you never know what's going to happen in the future, and you have to prevent the team from burnout and injuries. So the team rotation is a way for a coach or a manager to keep the team healthy and happy. Regardless of the age or the experience of the player, players need to be told what to do and need some rest at some point. Every player wanna play each game, but it's up to the manager to say you are taking rest and the other one is playing. It's gonna keep them happy and healthy, so you don't have to deal with injuries the end of the season and lose everything just because you didn't manage your team. Pep Guardiola is the king of rotation. He rotates his team like no other coaches in the world. He benches players who are not performing or who are just tired or who are just performing but who need some rest, just so he can use them in the future. Whereas Maurizio Sarri is the master of not making rotation. He always uses about 13 players the entire season, and at the end, when something happens, when injuries and fatigue strikes, he doesn't have anybody else to play the game, and he ended up by losing everything at the end because he doesn't just rotate the team. So that's the difference.